What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to this video. Today we're going to show up Lady Goenitz's power, guys. I'm going to show you just how strong this character is on my account with a fame system of level 15 for this character and a level 10 penetration, which is not super high. You guys can see that all my other colors are ranked up a little bit more, but I got to acquire some more materials in order to level this up. So that's something to keep in mind when you're watching this run. Also, guys, I've upgraded Lady Goenitz since the last video that you guys saw as far as the stones are concerned. Now, luckily, I had these stones lying around. Now, these increase blast skill damage and will also increase attack by a total of 22% each. It's not as good as her actual stones that you could get for her, but they're still really good because of the blast skill damage increase, the 22% damage increase. Like, this is the second best stones that you could put on her as far as the moon and star. This is the only route I could go. And you guys know that I had to change all these stones because by the time that I got Lady Goenitz to A5, the event was gone. So I didn't get any of these stones and I didn't farm at all for the moon and star shaped stones. So that's why I have these guys, because I really wasn't expecting to get her to A5. However, I'm happy I did, even though I don't have the optimal stones, at least with the moon and star. I'm pretty happy I did, guys, because she's really nuts. Like, super, like, I know I say this about every single character that we get, every new character that we get, for the most part, either they're going to be a really strong support or they're just going to be an insane damage dealer. This is kind of the trend that Netmarvel's been doing here lately. And Lady Goenitz, I mean, she really is the monstrous character of this update. And in all honesty, as she should be. Hopefully, Goenitz, when he comes, is going to be the same thing, because we know he's going to come. We just don't know when he's going to come. And my card said, this is something else, like these numbers that you guys are going to see. This is what's really crazy, is none of these transcendent stats are going to apply to her. Right? This one transcendent stat is only for an attack type fighter. It's not for Lady Goenitz. By the way, guys, you might notice I got a little something in the top left-hand corner. Been tinkering around with my PC, been setting up a few things, overclocking it, undervolting it. Then I wanted to kind of run and see what kind of, how much RAM usage and FPS and all that good stuff that we're using in Kofa's. And speaking of which, guys, this needs to be 120, not 60 FPS. There needs to be an option to give us 120 FPS. I'm just saying, all my other mobile games, I can play 120 FPS on any of them. So I really think Kofa's really should do that. So let's take a look at what she does in a solo run. And this is going to be pretty nuts, guys. Like, this is pretty damn bonkers what this girl can do on her own. Now, I am going to be using Yori's leadership like I did in that last video. And whenever you're playing with Lady Goenitz, a mistake that I was making in my original video is that I wasn't exactly doing the correct rotation. Whenever you're playing with her, you want to hit her second skill 3 times in her rotation. So it's literally 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. Shout out to Moobeen for helping me out with that. So you just want to make sure that you hit that second skill 3 different times, and you will do more damage, guys. You will absolutely do more damage. Another little tip that I can give you guys about playing with this character is, if you do have her at A5, you're going to notice that you can cancel her default skill. There's going to be a little meter that's going to be running down as she's doing her default. And if you hit the default again, right, if you tap it a second time, it will cancel it and you can go into your other skills immediately, or go into your 3PG immediately. And this will actually help your damage tremendously. Shout out to my buddy Aaron for giving me that tip. Like, see how it's running down, that meter's running down, right? If I would cancel it and go into my skills, I would be able to cancel and go into my skills, right? I didn't cancel it because I want to do my default and I want to do as many tornadoes as I can. Then trying to break the meter for Rugal, I find that I just do more damage if I'm able to get his meter broke down. Now watch what I do here. Boom, I cancel, I hit the default, and I start going into all my skills. Now I always hit the hyper armor, right? The first skill right away. So that way I'll have the hyper armor. Excuse me, guys. Got a little phlegm in my throat. That way, I won't get guard broken by Rugal, right? And yeah, you guys can see that she's pretty much destroying this thing. Big time damage differences. Wow. Like 246 billion, guys, in 30 seconds of this run is pretty nuts. Like, really crazy. So again, the first time I do her Limitless, I just want to use those tornadoes to try to break the meter down. You'll do a lot more damage whenever you're using your Bloody Frenzy or EX Core. Whenever Rugal is stunned, right? Anytime Rugal or Geese is stunned, you're just going to do more damage during those moments in the fight, right? And booyah. And honestly, guys, the damage that this girl puts out is just stupid. Like, it really makes me wonder how well she would do if I had her original stones on her. If I had her moon and star shaped stone, it would be more. It would be more damage. I guarantee it. It'd be quite a bit more, right? She would do even more. She would be hitting even harder, doing a lot more critical hits. It would be pretty damn bonkers, guys. It would be pretty damn bonkers. Then if I had a different striker for her that was leveled up, I actually would do more damage. The reason I'm using Leona is because I do get the decreased skill cooldown, but Leona is actually at A7, so it adds a lot of CP as a striker along with that decreased skill cooldown, and that helps tremendously in damage, at least on my account. There's other characters that are actually better strikers for her. It's just in my situation, Leona's the best for her. And yeah, I mean, you just plow through her second and third skill and her default. Like literally, whenever I switch to her Bloody Frenzy, I literally go 1, 2 default, and then I go 3, 2 default, 3, 2 default, 3, 2 default. And that's pretty much the rotation that I'm doing, right? Now you can play this differently, guys. You can come in here and you can cancel that Limitless immediately, or not Limitless, but cancel her default immediately if you want. Like right here, you could just go ahead and cancel it. The reason that I don't is because I want to do her 3PG and I'm waiting for her 3PG to get off cooldown, right? So that way I can go into the 3PG and try to break that meter down a little bit more. I find for me, whenever I play her this way, at least doing a solo, that I do more damage, at least the way I do it. So I try to incorporate, you know, like right now I'll cancel the Limitless or cancel the default, right? And remember, you cancel the default by just hitting the default again, just hitting it a second time. So you hit it once, she goes into the default, hit it again, and then she'll cancel out of it, and then you can go into your other skills immediately. It's a big thing that will add a tremendous amount of damage for the character. And when you see a team run, guys, when you see a team run by this character, it is astronomical. So let me go ahead and kind of scroll all the way to the end, guys. You guys can get a drift and look at the damage that she was able to queue up, right? She's done over 1 trillion damage. 1 trillion damage. That is absolutely ridiculous. 1 trillion damage doing a solo with non-transcended cards. And I don't even have the optimal stones with a level 15 fame account. And I still think that my rotations could use a little bit of improvement. In all honesty, guys, I think I could actually get a little bit more damage out of her. But let me show you a team run. Now, this is pretty wacky. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole run, guys. This is way too long. But we start with Lady Goenitz. We're using her leadership. We're going to use Pi and Shizuru because they're those best buffs for her, at least for me at level 90 and A1, right? They're just going to be the best, right? So we start off when we do Lady Goenitz's 3PG, and then afterwards we're going to use Bring in Pi, right? Now Pi is really nice. If you hit that second skill, you'll increase the power of all the characters, which is really nice and very helpful, right? I mean, again, she really is the best supporting character in the game. I mean, Shizuru for blast characters is definitely best. But here's something that's nice. Notice how much of that meter we have, but then when we bring in Lady Goenitz, we can break the meter super fast because we do a bunch of hits, right? And look at the damage, guys. Look at the damage. 1.1 trillion, guys. I almost said billion. Trillion. In one rotation. In one rotation. So that gives you an idea of just how much damage this girl's actually going to do. It's going to be pretty damn ridiculous, my friends. I mean, that is absolutely crazy, right? Now, I'm using Angel as a striker on Pai Chen because I want one of the dots, whether it's bleed or poison applied, so that way whenever I bring in Lady Goenitz, I can just break the meter super fast because she does so many hits. Look at that, guys. I run through my skills, hit the default, cancel the default by hitting it again, and then run through my Bloody Frenzy skills. Look at the damage, my friends. Again, over 1 trillion in one rotation. Now, what would she do if I had her Moon and Star Shaped stones, right? What would she do if I had those cards transcended on her? I gotta say, guys, I'm pretty tempted to transcend these cards just for the hell of it, just to see what she can do, because, and this is at level 50, guys. When she's level 70, and if she had transcended cards on her, right, even just keeping my fame system the same, this girl's gonna do a whole lot more damage. I probably could score 1.5 trillion or more doing a solo And in this run, guys, I'm pretty sure we would do over 10 trillion. 10 trillion, guys. Okay? If I had those extra buffs from having transcended cards and the right moon and star shaped stones, maybe even more. I'm not even sure, honestly. Like, those things really make a huge, huge difference in your damage. But, I mean, it's just... I mean, she's a godly character. There's another video I'm trying to work on as far as Lady Goenitz is concerned, but I haven't been able to pull it off, man. It's been really, really tricky. So hopefully I'll get that done for you guys. It's not going to be a very helpful video, in all honesty, guys. It's really more of a whale video, just to give you a heads up. But it'll be pretty cool if I can pull it off. It'll be something different, that's for sure. But look at this, guys. She hit 4 trillion. 4 trillion halfway through this run. 4 trillion halfway through this run, right? And I screwed up a little bit in this entire run because, I might have missed a skill here and there. I mean, I was kind of pretty tired when I actually recorded this thing, but just, I mean, redonkulous, my friends, like just so crazy, right? And the cool thing is, whenever you cancel her default, that thing increases her blast skill damage. So you get the buff from it. You'll cancel it, you'll get the buff from it, and you'll go in your Bloody Frenzy right away. And you always want to make sure, guys, that you use all of her skills, her blue skills, before you switch to her Bloody Frenzy and then use those skills, because all those buffs are stacking on top of each other. That's how you're really going to increase her damage. Now, there we kind of got screwed a little bit, right? But no big deal, no big deal. It's all good. I didn't hit her 3PG fast enough, right? Rugal went into an iframe, and unfortunately, whenever that happened, he canceled our 3PG and did some damage to us, but no big deal, right? No big deal. Right, and against Nightmare Geese, I'm willing to bet I'll probably do more damage because the meter's going to get broken even faster. But I don't know, man. Lady Goenitz breaks that damn thing pretty damn fast whenever poison's applied. But maybe against Nightmare Geese, which I'll be trying today, it'll be a different story because I'm using Pi and she breaks the meters really, really well against Geese. So we'll see how this goes, guys. We'll see how this goes. I'm actually really, really interested in seeing how much damage we can do against Nightmare Geese, especially after seeing all the damage that we're doing here. Now, this isn't a big deal, guys. I've talked about this multiple times as far as, guild rate is concerned, but the fact that she's this strong with the team really does show you what she's capable of in game modes where you are going to have buffs applied. That's kind of the thing. This is kind of the gauge what we use guild rate by. It's like, yeah, we're not really worried about getting these huge scores in here unless you're just having fun, you want to show off, you want to brag a little bit. But it gives you an idea of what the characters can do with buffs, when you have a team set up with them in other game modes, like say the AG system, right? I mean, Pi and Shizu are both in the AG system. We can use both of those characters in there and apply the nuts to them so that way they don't get groggy, right? That's pretty damn sweet. But again, I'm working on another video, guys, with Lady Goenitz, but it's proven to be quite difficult. Oh, my nose itches, man. I hate it when that happens. Oh, and then it's like one of the most annoying things when your nose starts itching. And look, I mean, originally, guys, when I done this, I think I did like 6 trillion. And whenever I, improved my run from Aaron's tips and from Moobine, combining their two strategies together, right? Shout out to those boys. I was able to jump my damage up by a tremendous amount, like adding a couple trillion to my damage, which is crazy, guys. I mean, it's honestly, I mean, really, man, like, guild rate really is becoming quite the joke, in all honesty, guys. Like, this is just, she's bonkers, man. She's bonkers, and it really gets me hyped up for, when Goenitz actually arrives, because, well, he's going to be stronger than her, guys. I mean, 8.7 trillion. Holy crap. That is astronomical. And again, if I had these transcended, if I had those moon and star shaped stones that go to her, we would have done more damage. We probably would have hit 10 trillion, guys. We probably would have hit 10 trillion on this account with a fame system of level 15. So, guys, let me know what you think about Lady Goenitz, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. D2+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.